Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? We're gonna launch into a little secret session here. It is 2:40 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I am just logging on to check things out. I'm just gonna pop in here for a second, show a couple chats and charts, and try to get some sleep. Hopefully before the sun comes up. So one of the charts I have posted up here, I have the 4-hour chart posted, and the 4-hour chart. This is my one that shows the massive wedge we have right here. I've actually converted it down to the 4-hour just to show what I see. So we have a rising, we have a climbing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the TD. Now this is folding over. This looks like a kind of a falling wedge. It started a falling wedge and then it tried to pump, and then the pump is failing. Now we will see what happens here. You have support basically on the 7MA right there. So you do have the 7MA supporting this right on the bottom. I still am looking for this to, when this golden cross happens up here on the 12-hour. So you have the 12-hour chart right here with the golden cross. I do expect this to close out and cross within the next, where's our UTC clock? So we're 2 hours away. We're on a 2-hour countdown here. I expect this to give a nice little pump still. So you kind of like dip down. I'm not sure how far this will dip down. Now, you do have a lot of support on the high line here. So you do have a lot of support up here on top, right? On your 6-hour, on your there you are. You got the 200 MA on your 6-hour chart. You got the 100 MA on your 12-hour chart. It kind of just goes on down the line. I think we also have a little support on the daily. Where's my daily at? We'll plop the daily up right here. Let's see what we got. Alright, there's the daily. Yeah, so now you are below the 50 MA, so you do have support from the 50 MA right there above us, actually resistance on the top side. So that looks good. So that's looking good. Let's see if this can hold right here. Now, the way I look at this, what's really weird is Phoenix has a completely different chart than we do on Stamp. Let me pull my stamp chart up. Where is my stamp? I think this is my Bitstamp. Yeah, here it is. So here's my Bitstamp chart right here. So let's take a look at my Bitstamp chart. Now my Bitstamp chart is showing, so you see that I had all these resistance zones set up already previously, and it came up, just pegged it perfectly. And now you have this tweezer top up here on the daily. So you do have this tweezer top on the daily, and you do have, oh come on computer, my poor computer, it says shut me down. Let's try this again. Let's go to the daily. Start reload. Not a happy chart. Alright, there we go. So you do have this, you have the tweezer top right here on the daily. You also have the tweezer top on the 12-hour. Okay, now the challenge is when I try to set up my trades, I want to make sure that I have at least 3 positives going into my trade compared to how many negatives I have. So here we have 1 negative. That's a really, really strong negative, unfortunately. You do have the 12, you do have on the 12-hour and the 1-day a golden cross forming. So you have the 7 coming up, gonna pierce the 30. This will happen, I do believe, on 2 hours and 15 minutes. So you should see a golden cross. It will push this up. Let's see how far this gets down before it gets pushed back up again. So this is a very risky area to take a trade simply because of the strength of the MA. I would be calling this a squeeze. So you've got a real strong squeeze play coming down. You've got this 100-day on top, forcing down the price, holding it down. You've also got the golden cross under that's going to try to push it back up. Now this happens on both the daily and there you go. You're having the same exact thing on the daily. You're showing it on the 12-hour. We're showing it all up and down the line. We don't have it on the 4-hour. 4-hour looks pretty clean, but we do have it on the 6-hour. Now there's no crosses on the 6-hour, so I'm not worried about any potential crosses on the 6-hour chart. We did get up here and do the same tweezer top formation, and you can see we did fall out. We do have a perfected 9. So this was a good short call candle right here. It did have some confirmation with the tweezer top. Then did get a little bit of a dropout, but you know, just we're not seeing enough fallout from this. You know, this has the potential to just kind of bleed out right here. I would expect to see this bleed or try to bleed, and this could wick up and get up here 6,800. So it's possible to get up here 6,800. Let's see where our resistance lines are. So there we go. See it right here is 6,800. So what I might do is I might just stack a couple shorts right up in here if they do get loaded while I'm sleeping, and then I will just put some stop losses right up above this. So if it does just blow through this, I don't get blown out of the trade. I am in a long trade still, but I would like to load some more shorts right here. I do think it's possible. So I'm going to load some shorts up here, and I might put my stop loss right at 68.50, 68.45. Just load a couple shorts right up in here. Hopefully I wake up, they're all caught. That would be nice. And let's see here. Boy, you're super, I mean, you're all the way up here oversold on the 6-hour RSI. So that 6-hour RSI is way up here. Yeah, there you go. So we are oversold, in the oversold territory for the RSI. Now it does have room to go. This does have room to go up here, but you do have a lot of resistance up here also. So you can see where this has been rejected a couple times on the line. There. You know, you see, you know, there's a lot of resistance on this line right here. One other chart that I'm really watching and keeping an eye on is my daily RSI chart. I'm watching that to break 56, 57, even get up to 58. Now remember, that line can kick up and then come over and roll down really hard on you. So you guys got to watch out. All right, so this is kind of what I see cooking right here. The only warning sign I see is this, you know, you've got a bunch of good short signals that are going on here. You just have this, the only bullish signal I see is this golden cross right here. That's it. This golden cross just says, hey, we're going to go up a little bit more, and then let's see what happened. Now, the good news is that, let me bring this chart back up here. All right, we're going to bring this over the daily. Reduce that back. Now, I did this massive chart. Now, if you remember, you've been following me for a while, I did this huge chart on that I just crushed it on this RSI dip right here. So I counted this RSI dip all the way down and played it perfect. So I do have a count set up. Here was my original 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me scoot this up here. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, let's take this 12-hour. There we go. All right, so here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and then I count all of the internals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, A, B, C inside that, A, B, C inside that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Then you have an A, B, C in there. Then you've got another I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here's your, now we are on our A wave, B, and then C. And now here I'm counting a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am counting a 5. Now we have completed a 5 over here, you know. Did we get as high as we got over here? No, we have not gotten that high yet. But you see here's our dip right here when we're making this ABC. So I know this is a little challenging for some people to see, but this is kind of what I see playing out. And I do see this is going to dip back down right here. I do see this is possible at some point. Now, could this thing take off? Of course it could. You know, this could get up. This would tell me 72, 7,500. Then you'd have a turnaround to come back down. Now, I count this as a impulse wave. This is an impulse wave. And then you've got this 3 wave and 3 wave. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's see how that plays out. I'm just going to kind of leave it on here. You know, this could go up just a little bit, or it could be it. That could be close right there. All right, so I'm going to pull this back down to the daily because I'm really using this chart right now as a daily chart. And I'm monitoring the RSI right here. So we're going to pull this down. Actually, we're going to go like this, and we're going to blank that out. There we go. No, I don't. Dang it. There we go. I can adjust it like that. There we are. All right. On my other charts, on the bubble chart, you see we are up in the red zone. Let me fixate this a little bit more. So now, by this chart definition of this chart, we did pass this bullish zone. So we had this bullish zone right here. We did go through it. We now are in the orange and or red zone. So both of these, this is all rejection zone up here. For a minute, this was kind of curving a little bit. You had your MACD curving a little bit, but no, it seems to have recovered. So right now, I'm just watching this. Now, as this gets up higher right here, this is where I have a really, really good trade setup in this green area. I did do really, really well last time. We broke right here. If you were following me at that time, I actually just smashed this trade. I did really good. And if we got all the way up here and we peaked here, I would do the same thing. Now, I just played this as a scalp, which it was. But I played this as a very strong high leverage scalp. For me, high leverage is 5x or over. And I did really well in this trade. I did really well. It was a great trade. So I would look to be setting that up again if this were to happen again. If we were to break that bull break zone. But you've got a long way to go inside of these two rejection areas right here. So I'm just keeping a close eye on it. Now, once again, the bubble chart, man, these things are just magic. Just absolutely magical. Over here on our RSI chart, here's where I called this the bubble chart. I'd like to say I called it the bubble chart. Called this. I jumped into this trade at 6,500 simply based on this line and this line only. I jumped in at 6,500, and boom, I did. I'm still 50% in this long trade. I don't plan on jumping out of this long trade unless I probably get stomped out. I'm just going to keep moving my stop loss up. Right now I just need to, I have not even done it yet. I just got to move my stop loss up. I might just park it right under here at 67, 66.20. And, you know, it's about winning trades. And, you know, it did good. The bubble chart helped me win that trade. Now, once again, I will be stacking some shorts up above here. I will not be getting out of my long. I'm going to be forced out of my long. I did take 50% of the profit from 6,500 all the way up here to the top. It was almost 200 points of profit. I had a pretty good size long trade, so I'm doing good. I'm up. I can't be mad, right? And we are in a pink circle, which is a dump circle. A lot of indecision right here. I still see this circle. You know, we still got a little bit. We can get up here. We can tickle it and still fall out because we do have the golden cross set up. So the golden cross is a thing. You know, it is definitely a thing. I think that's pretty much it. I think, let's take a look really quick. I do have my, oh, excuse me. Grab a drink of water right here. Now I do have my longs versus shorts chart. Let me pull this out. Oh, here's my long versus shorts chart right here. We have gone back up into oversold, overbought on the danger zone on the longs. So I'm just watching this. I want to see how this plays out. Excuse me. I got a tickle. I am, you do see that the shorts have climbed up a little bit. And, these are the crazy people. That's part of me. I'm part of this crazy crew right here. The longs have also increased. So, this really isn't telling me anything at all. This isn't helping me out on the shorts. EOS. EOS is actually staying pretty strong. EOS is now below a cross. This is on the 12-hour. This 12-hour chart is going to close in 2 hours. If this does close below this cross, it will then go into a squeeze. So it'll have these two heavy MAs above it. You are going to have the 7 below it. I would be looking for a potential break below on this particular chart. EOS 6-hour, absolutely perfect, perfected 9 on the TD count here. You did get a short scalp call here, so you could have made a little bit of money on this little scalp right here. But right here on this 9, this perfected 9, this was a great scalp trade. Now, here's your issue. You are running into a golden cross that has a lot of support on the 6-hour. So it's gonna take a whopper to break through that right there. You have a golden cross forming. This is slowly forming though. So remember, the larger the MAs, the slower this will take to form. So this could still be a couple hours, a couple candles out. We could look for this to fall down farther. Great hanging man, second hanging man, great spinning top with now, which looks like you're using the 7 as your resistance above you. Good shorting opportunity on EOS. Now, once again, this damn trade is going to follow BTC. So if BTC goes up, EOS is going to go up. You've also got this scary little cross right here on EOS right now. It might be better just to kind of sit out of this if you're not already in this and just let this cross happen and then jump in this trade right after. So you've got 2 hours till that closes. Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin here. All right, daily on Litecoin, we are in a squeeze. So you're in a squeeze position here. You are under the 30 MA. The 7 is squeezing up. So you do have a really strong squeeze right here. That's going to see something's going to pop on this. You did have a cross. You had a golden cross popped up, and actually this would have been a bullish cross. You had the bullish cross, which did increase your price action. Now you are going to have multiple crosses. Unless this thing falls out of the sky, you are going to have multiple crosses. You're going to have the 7 on the 50, then you're going to have the 7 on the 30, and this is going to create the triangle of doom right here. Now it'll be doom for the bears, not for the bulls. This would be a great cross right here for the bulls if this does all 3 of these MAs cross. This would be really good for Litecoin. This would show a lot of strength in Litecoin and probably catapult it up higher. Listen, let's see how this goes. If BTC does take off, I mean, you could probably see Litecoin up here at 94 bucks. That'd be a solid, really, really good 10% trade. It's all based on if Litecoin can hold this. I would like to see what happens with Litecoin. I always say Litecoin leads the way, so this is a really good indicator right here of what's about to happen. And this looks bullish. The 12-hour looks very bullish to me. Let's go down to the 6-hour. So we had the cross. Now we do have a perfected 9 on the 6-hour. So that's actually very bearish. You do not have any MAs protecting this. So when they are separated out like this, they are weak. So this is very weak. Now the bulls have to defend this. You have some support right here at 81 from the 7MA and historical resistance, but this could easily break out and wreck right through these on the 6-hour before you'd have a chance to kick in on your higher time frames. So the 12 would be the one we'd be looking for. This cross is still a long way out. This cross is a long way out from affecting. You got at least 2 more candles till this cross happened. So let's keep an eye on that. The 4 hours, the only thing I can see that would save, actually, this 12-hour would be the saving grace for Litecoin, but that 6-hour is very bearish. All right, and go over there. And I think that's all I got for everyone tonight. And another edition of the Secret Session with the Vamp.